I had to figure that out. So we got a couple of minutes left. Let's go back to the main thing. What social media is the most effective per dollar spent organically, which is the most effective? You know, I've got one of the premier advertising agencies in the world. I got two internet geniuses on the other two squares here. You know, and, you know, I'm just an instigator. I'm just here for that. You know, so what is most effective organically? Pay per click. What would you? You know, I got an agency. Go to Scott first. Scott, where do you put your clients' money?
Well, organically, I don't handle any of that. So on the paid side, we would probably be doing the dynamic inventory ads on Facebook if we had to choose anything.
Okay, well, I mean, let's look at the
You're going to reach more customers on Facebook and Instagram as well. So to me, there's a bigger audience there. Not meaning bigger audience, it's a bigger audience of quality traffic on that platform. So if I had to choose one, it would be that.
Bobbie.
Well, if I had to choose one for advertising purposes, it would definitely be Facebook. It overrides Instagram in that way, but also I use my Facebook pixel in a totally different kind of way. If I have somebody come over from LinkedIn, if I was going to do a LinkedIn thing and bring them over on an article that landed on a DDP, then I'm going to use the pixel on that to then hit them on Facebook later. The ability to get granular, not just, when I say granular, I want to make sure everybody understands, I don't just mean as a marketer to really target people. I also mean from the consumer perspective to get what you're actually looking for. That's why it feels magic, and it's super inexpensive, and you can really target it. But the best marketing that you can do on social media really comes down to the one that you actually use. If it's a consistent message across the spectrum, if everybody in the store is aware, and if you know how to communicate with that customer to actually turn it into an opportunity, that's the best kind of marketing.
Okay, Jennifer?
So I'm gonna deviate from Scott and Bobbie, who were referencing the paid side of social media.
They have a right to be wrong.
No.
Clear, but it happens.
On the paid side, I agree. Well, I definitely agree as far as the lower funnel sales opportunities. I think when we talk organically, I'm actually going to bring up something we haven't talked a lot about. I'm going to take us back to 2014 when Google decided to take Google Places and Google Plus. If you guys remember, Google Plus was Google's play at Instagram, right? It was that image and offer type social platform. Didn't stand alone, but it didn't go away because now it's a component in Google My Business. So organically, even though it's half social, half not, I'm going to say Google My Business.
Well, you have to, I mean, the local SEO opportunity there, the frequently asked questions and the ad drive that you could do is insane.
I'll say this. I think Google My Business is probably the most underused or most under-optimized tool available to dealers, and it's free.
It's free, and
it's let me tell you, you want to take advantage of it because it's probably not going to be free long.
You don't even need a website if you effectively use GMB.
Actually, if you effectively use GMB, you can create a website through Google My Business. You can do that. I mean, that's not something we would do to be able to, we wouldn't recommend that, but you can create your own Google My Business web page. And with everything that's happening there, I mean, just watch out. We've got a brand new pilot. Well, it's not even a pilot yet. It's a beta coming out from Google as far as a paid placement tied into some of that GMB information. So that's going to be a game changer in the fourth quarter.
You know, anytime that we do a topic like a webinar or anything like that, anytime it's on Google My Business, it's always one of our most attended webinars. And it's because there's not a ton of money in it for agencies. So I don't know how many agencies are out there really going all out on it. And so, but it's definitely, it's so underused. Everybody's got it, but most do not have it set up the proper way and don't utilize all the functions.
Now, do you do that as an agency, Scott?
We teach and educate on it. and use it as a top funnel for us for leads in that sense. But we don't help manage the Google My Business, but we can definitely help people on it. We've done 2 or 3 webinars on it that I can remember.
So I'm going to just share one tip with everybody right now as far as actually looking at your traffic in Google Analytics. Because if you don't set up the UTM tags on your links on your GMB profile, all of that traffic is just going to show as Google organic. It is not going to be separated between what's coming in from Google My Business as a campaign. So don't do it just because Google tells you to, which, side note, they weigh against you if you don't, as far as your profile completeness goes, but it will actually help you to be able to see. This is organically coming from search, and this is what's coming from Google My Business. And it is going to be more and more important. If you haven't already read Google's Dealer Guidebook 2.5, I mean, we're going from the 1-click conversion that they've been pushing us to what they want to be a 0-click conversion. I'm not exactly sure how that one's going to work, but it's but that's a whole different show.